Yeah, oh,
Let's spread the word around. JAPA versus JAPADA.
knows the tears that I've been shedding. Everybody seemed to shut the door at me. They said I'll never amount to something better. For only you are the author of my story. It's not my skill, or who you know, it's not my talent. Say you get money, mama girl, I got to do well. Magic, oh, JAPADA below. Benjamin, Loju Bali. When I call upon your name, JAPADA below. Benjamin, Loju Bali. Benjamin, Loju Bali. Benjamin, Loju Bali. But I'm Benjamin, so Loju doesn't. Benjamin, Loju Bali. I built my house, they say you nice. I marry wife, they say she don't fine. I go Dubai, they say no Gaki. I buy motor, they say not a Kubo. They said I would never amount to something better. Not only you are the author of my story. They said I'll never amount to something better. Not only you are the author of my story. It's not by skill, or who you know, it's not by talent. Say you get money, mama bear I got, now God they do
Yes, it's 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Welcome to JAPA versus JAPADA. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Let's spread the word around. Welcome to this awesome and amazing Insta Live session. The long-awaited JAPA versus JAPADA. Well, you're welcome. My name is Olumide Emmanuel, and you are on to Insta Live at Olumide Emmanuel. And today we're going to be looking at JAPA versus JAPADA. Some time ago, I believe in the month of September into the month of October, I did a series on before you join the JAPA bandwagon, vital considerations that you need to look into, and the entire series just went viral. I think we are close to about 200,000 people that have listened to that series all over the world, and that led to us doing an Insta Live session that was part 5, and we did part 5, and all the sessions part 1 to 5 was put on our YouTube channel. Unfortunately, our YouTube channel have been hacked and hijacked by hackers and hijackers, and we are presently in the process of retrieving and recovering our YouTube channel. We trust that God is in control and it will end in testimony. So if you have not yet listened to that series on before you join the JAPA bandwagon part 1 to 5, keep looking out for our YouTube channel when it comes back so that you can go through the series. But you can also contact us if you don't have access to that series, and we can send you some of the audio files, or we'll probably make an arrangement for you to be able to go to my website. So I think we'll probably do that. Guys, if we can put it on my website, so olumideemmanuel.org, we can now do olumideemmanuel.org/JAPA or something, and let's put the audio file part 1 to 5, and we'll now add this one. This will be part 6, and we'll put it on my website, so that while we're working on the YouTube aspect, people can go to the website and they'll be able to get that. So today, as a result of that series, we got a lot of feedbacks from people from all over the world, and the first part 1 and 2 created a lot of buzz, and then, you know, with the way things go, when people just see a clip and they just start making noise, so they were like, oh, what is he talking about? And then when people began to go to listen to the entire series, we started having a lot of people, you know, coming on board. By the time we got to part 3 and 4, it was just something else. So, but we started getting feedbacks from people that were like, you know what, I understand you perfectly. I agree with what you have said. A lot of us that are abroad, we are suffering. We want to come back home, but we don't know how to come back. There's so much story we are hearing about Nigeria. We hear about insecurity. We hear about this. We hear about that. So last week, we did an Insta Live session 2 weeks ago, I believe, on from local to global, because I'm now trying to deal with all the feedbacks that we've gotten from the series. And one of the feedbacks is the fact that a lot of people don't even realize that you don't need to relocate to earn in dollars, that you can stay in Nigeria, you can stay local and play global. And that's why we did the series with Benga Toto here, and that one too is also on my YouTube channel. Like I said, the YouTube channel is presently in the process of being recovered. So you need to listen to all these so that you can get perspective. But today, our focus is on JAPA versus JAPADA, how to return strategically. I want to focus on talking to those that are in diaspora that want to return, or they feel that they are in diaspora, they have overstayed their time, or they are suffering, or they want to come back and they are asking, should I really return? And some people have gone and they have returned. So those are the things we're going to be looking at today. So when you say JAPA, the word JAPA is a Yoruba slang that means to flee. So when you say Oti JAPA, that means he has fled. It means to flee or to run as one that is escaping from danger. Oti JAPA is like he has fled, because it's like he's escaping something, running from something. So when you JAPA, it means you are leaving something, you're running away from something. It means to flee or to run, as in escaping a danger. Then the word JAPADA is also a Yoruba slang, which means to run back home or to return back home. It's like, JAPADA, let me go back home. It's like when you go out there and maybe there's a riot on the street, you go out and you realize that the things are becoming toxic out there. Say, please, let me run back home, because there is no place like home. That's what it means to JAPADA. So when we say JAPA versus JAPADA, we are saying that there are people that are leaving the country in droves, and a lot of people have reasons to, legitimate reasons to. We've dealt with all that in the series, but there are people that need to return. So I want to deal with 10 major areas, because the way I operate is I don't decide for people. I believe that people are matured enough to be able to make their decisions. But I believe that my responsibility as a teacher, as a coach, as a mentor, is to help people gain understanding. I'm a teacher of wisdom. Is to help people get wisdom and understanding so that they will make the right decisions, so that they will not walk in darkness and they will not walk in ignorance. So if you are listening to me right now, I would like you to get a pen, get a paper, and then if you do not have that, get your tablet, get your material, so that we can now begin to look into some of the things that I want us to look into, because a lot of people are out there going through all kinds of stuff, and because of shame, they can't even talk to people back home. They just try to hide. But we're going to look into a lot of things. So, number one, 10 things that I want you to consider with reference to whether you want to return or not is, number one, why did you leave in the first place? Why did you leave? Because you see, a lot of people leave Nigeria for different reasons. So why did you leave? Let's say, for instance, you left Nigeria because you wanted to go to school abroad. You felt that the course you want to study is not, really in Nigeria, or you felt that the ASU situation is a major challenge, and then you left Nigeria for educational purposes. Now, if that's your reason for leaving, and you have completed your studies, then the question is, why are you still there? Are you now still there because you say, okay, I think this place is better, let me now do masters, let me go for PhD, or let me just continue to look for opportunities here? Because there are a lot of people that have gone abroad to study, and once they're through with their study, they return back home because they left with a vision and they had an idea of what their life was supposed to be like. So they were not moving as a result of the tide, they were moving on purpose. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, why did you leave? The reason why you left Nigeria, has the reason been achieved? Has the reason changed? Because some people leave Nigeria because of, insecurity issue. A lot of people are in the northeast that have issues with the Boko Haram, with all this terrorist issue, and their whole village was razed down, family members killed, and they left because they ran away from their lives. Some people left because they were in abusive situations and all this stuff, and they had to just escape for their life. So why did you leave? Now, as things change, because if you left for a particular reason and you want to return, are you sure that the reason why you left has been taken care of? So if you left for educational purposes, do you not have the educational qualification, or you want to still return without education? So you need to answer that question, because it's not just enough to say, okay, I want to return back home. You don't return the same way you don't leave without a strategy. You don't return without a strategy. So number one is, why did you leave? You need to go back, sit down, and look into that. The second thing that you need to look into is, how did you leave? How did you leave? Because see, a lot of people, when they left Nigeria to another country, they left in such a way that it messed up their life entirely. There was even, for instance, there are people that left through the desert. From the desert to, they now enter a boat or a cruiser boat to another, because they left, it's just from one country. Someone contacted us that said that she left Nigeria. From Nigeria, she went to, I think, Italy to France to London, and she said that she's been out of Nigeria now for, I think, 29 years or thereabouts. And it was just 9 years ago that she finally got a document to say she's legal. So for 20 years, she was going from country to country. She was not legal. So how did you leave? Did you leave Nigeria in honor, or did you leave in dishonor? Did you leave strategically, or you just left in such a way that even to return, there is nothing to return to? So you need to look into that, because if you left in such a way that you don't even have a legal standing to be able to take advantage of the opportunities, then something will go wrong. So you need to ask, how did you leave? Then the next question you also need to ask is, what did you leave behind? Because if you want to return, when you were leaving, what did you leave behind? Do you have assets on ground? Do you have things on ground that can assist you? Because some people, when they are leaving, it's as if, oh, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is terrible. They sell their house, they sell their business, they sell all their property, and then now you want to return now. No house to return to. No property, no asset, nothing. And then even though you have gone abroad, you have spent 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you still don't have anything in the abroad. So you have gone abroad, you have now discovered that you cannot buy a house. Or you bought a house, you now realize that you have to pay for 20 years, 25 years before you can finish paying for the house. Now you are trapped, you got there, married, 3 children, paying school fees, paying bills. You now find out that you want to return now. Nothing. So what did you leave behind that can help you when you are returning? So that if you are returning, what is on ground? Because there are people, I'm into real estate, and among many other things that I do, I will manage real estate for a lot of people. I have a lot of customers in diaspora that have bought land, houses, properties through us. We manage for some people, we manage short let for people, we manage houses for people. And these people have something in Nigeria. So I have people that have 3, 4, 5 houses. So even if they want to return, they have assets in hundreds of millions. So they have something to return to. Even if they want to return, there are people that still have their businesses and their investment in Nigeria. They have investment that brings money, and they keep the money in Nigeria. So it's very, very important to ask yourself, what did you leave behind? So that when you are returning, you know that you are returning on 0 level. No house, no car, no investment, even accounts. Some people don't even have accounts. All this one we are talking about, what's this something that we are collecting now? BVN number. They don't even have Nigerian phone number. They don't have BVN number. They don't have nothing. And you are in Nigeria, no accounts in Nigeria, nothing. Just cut off completely, as if Nigeria is hellfire. Only for you to get to the other side and discover that the grass is not greener on the other side. It's synthetic fiber. And anybody that water their grass will be green. So, very, very important. Number 4, who did you leave behind? Who did you leave behind when you were leaving? Because if you are going to return, these are questions you need to sit down, vital consideration before you JAPADA, so that you will not just return. Who are the people you left behind when you were traveling? Do you have family members here? Do you have friends here that can be a support system when you return? Do you have family and friends that can give you a soft landing and be a landing pad? Or you burnt all the bridges when you were leaving? Because some people, when they are relocating, they won't even tell anybody. As if, you know, village people. When I get there, I will tell people. And then you get there, you can't even ordinary phone call, ordinary text message. Oh, sorry, I didn't inform you. I had to leave. I'm now in London. I'm now in America. You won't tell anybody. You just disappear. Someone contacted me yesterday, your name, to ask for money. Please advise all to beware. Anybody at this stage, we shouldn't be saying anybody asking for money on social media, saying somebody is as on one orphanage. You should just stop being all this gullible thing. If you are giving money, it's because you are a fool. It's just plain and simple. You are a fool giving people money on social media. Somebody say somebody, all this nonsense. Let's stop it. If somebody is asking you money, he says Olumide Emmanuel. Is it not Olumide Emmanuel talking to you? Do you have contact with Olumide Emmanuel to ask for money? Please, let's stop listening to all this cryptocurrency, forex, orphanage, this and that. If we want to ask you for money, which we won't do on social media, we will do it through an official channel where there is a relationship. Please. So let's stop all this. There are all manner of WhatsApp group. They will just take our picture. Even me, gone, they will put my picture on WhatsApp group. They will still join me. They will add me to the group. A fake group. They will add me to the group and be asking me money in my own name. Olumide Emmanuel is asking Olumide Emmanuel money to scam Olumide Emmanuel. Can you imagine? So please, it's just foolishness. So it's foolishness. Let's avoid all these people. So let's move on. So who did you leave behind? Because a lot of people just burn bridges. And many times, because you are traveling, you think that, oh, I'm traveling. I don't want anybody to know I'm traveling. This and that. You don't want people to know you are traveling. Because many times we think that when we are traveling, that the people we are leaving behind, their life will not go forward. As if they are going to remain in that bus stop. Only for you to discover that the people you left behind, they are doing better than when you left them behind. You leave people behind in Nigeria, you now think, do you know there are people that have left Nigeria 10 years ago, 15 years ago? In their subconscious mind, they think that the people they left in Nigeria are still where they are 15 years ago. Only for you to return and discover that guys don't blow. And then you can't even stand pari passu your mates. You can't stand side by side with people that you left behind because they were not also stagnant. So don't burn bridges. Don't burn bridges. So who did you leave behind? Who are the people? Do you have family? Do you have friends? Or you just burnt all the bridges? Now you want to return, nobody to give you soft landing. At least if you have a relationship with people, there are people that can give you accommodation for the first 3 months, the first 6 months. There are people that have vacant boys' quarter. There are people that have vacant houses that they can say, okay, let me just send the tenant away, use that place for 1 year. There are so many land they can give you car to use. They can help you settle down. But because you burn all the bridges, that becomes a problem. Next, which is where we want to now begin to look at the myth. Why do you want to return? So you want to JAPADA. You want to return to Nigeria. Why? Because you know the first question is, why did you leave in the first place? Now that you have JAPAD and you want to JAPADA, question is why? Because we need to answer that question. Oh, if you want to return, why are you returning? Because there are people that have returned and they return to shame, they return to sorrow, they return to pain, they return to regret, and they have to JAPA second time or JAPA the third time. So there are people that are JAPADA, and they have JAPA'd again. So, and there are people that are JAPADA, and they are about to JAPA again because they couldn't just undo what they met when they came back. So now we need to ask ourselves, why do you want to return? Number one, are you returning because the reason why you traveled has been accomplished? So you went to school, now you have graduated, you are coming back with all the skill and the expertise and the certificate to come and maximize opportunity and start a business or something in your country. Are you returning because you are in trouble? Maybe they deported you, or you are under arrest, they have told you you have a case in court, you now came out on bail, and you quickly ran from America through Detroit to Canada to run back, or you ran to Mexico back, or you were in London, sharp. You took Eurotunnel from London, ran to Paris. From Paris, you took the next train, landed in Nigeria, or you were in Canada, you quickly shifted through the gates, enter America. So, are you in trouble? Maybe you are into trouble, either marital trouble, police trouble, legal trouble, deport. So, if you are in trouble and you are returning, you need to ask it, because sometimes you may think that leaving America or leaving London to come back home means that you have escaped the trouble. The trouble may come and meet you back in Nigeria. So you need to ask yourself, why am I returning? Is it that you are tired of the stress of America or London or Canada? Because some people are inside cold. They have lived in cold for 10 years. They are just stressing that every day they are thinking of Nigeria, but because of the suffering they went through, they are like, let me just settle down, let me get some money, let me finish this class, let me do it. So you are tired. Some people are stressed up. Every day they are working from morning to night, 2, 3, 4 jobs. They are just working to pay bills. The system has been structured in such a way that you don't have disposable income. You are in and out of debt. You are forever, just doing jama, adding one to something, and you are tired. Then you need to ask yourself, if you are tired, do you have enough to come back home and not be tired? You want to return. Is it because you are retired now, you want to come for retirement? That look, this is the time for me to retire and go back home and settle down. Because there are a lot of people like that. They've made money, they've trained their children abroad, they are now in their late 50s, 60s. They say, okay, children are old, they can take care of themselves. They now come to Nigeria, buy a house or build a house in countryside, return to Nigeria to enjoy their life, and then just be doing little investment and real estate, whatever. So you need to find, or is it a divine leading to say, go back home? It might be a divine leading to say, your time here is up, it's time to return. Sit down and settle all these things. Why do you want to return? Because the fact that you desire to return does not mean you must return without a strategy. So that's why I say JAPA versus JAPADA. How to return strategically. We have dealt with JAPA. Don't JAPA in such a way that there will be trouble. And then don't JAPADA in such a way that there will be trouble. Someone said real estate scam from family members is another thing for those coming back. Yes, that's why you should deal with reputable real estate company. So if you want to do real estate, talk to us. We'll help you out. We have a lot of real estate companies that can help you out that have dealt with that family matter. Okay, so let's move on. Next is, what do you have to return with? So you want to return. What do you have to return with? Because don't think that just because you have been abroad, you've been abroad for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, that now means that you have more brain or more wisdom or more intelligence than people in Nigeria. If you fall into that stereotype, mindset, you are in trouble. People in Nigeria are not dull, The fact that you have left for 5 to 10 years does not mean everybody in Nigeria was in standstill or they froze their life. No, guys are blowing. People are making money. People are moving forward. So as you are returning, what are you returning with? Because the Nigeria you left is not the same Nigeria. Forget all the bad news that people are telling you, all those newspaper and media noise that they are telling you Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad. America, that they are shooting people every day, go to school. Now, your children are almost going to school now with bulletproof school backpack to go to school. In America, you are still there. Now you say Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad. So when you are returning, ask yourself the question, what are you returning with? Now that you are coming back home, do you have enough certificates to be able to come? Do you have enough skills? Do you have enough experience that will help you to settle down or that will do something for you here? Then do you have enough money to return? Because you can't return to Nigeria and be doing like this, no money. No. So if you are returning, what are you returning with? What are you returning with? I've seen people that will return to Nigeria as if just by coming to Nigeria, because they came from abroad, companies will be, poaching them and adulting you from where? Do you think the people in Nigeria don't have brain? They are not intelligent people here? No. So when you are returning, you must sit down and do your analysis and find out, what am I returning with? Because you went abroad. They say, hey, ASU is bad, ASU is bad, ASU strike, Kineko strike. Yet you went abroad, you still don't have certificate. You went abroad, you have been there for 10 years now. The same BSc that you say ASU didn't give you, Ishelulonfa. You are doing work, you are doing underground, you are inside you are doing cleaning job, you are doing security job, you are doing jama, 3, 4, 5 job. You still didn't go to school. Now, you have been abroad for 12 years. You have small money you have been sending out to make people in Nigeria think that you are a big boy. But now, the certificate, you still don't have any paper. You don't have certificate. So if you are now returning, you think that it is 10 years experience in America that they will use to give you a job. What certificate do you have? What skills have you developed? Then how much are you returning with? If you are returning, you don't, like I said, you don't have a place to return to. So how much do you have money to rent a place? I hope you know that in Nigeria, it's per annum. You pay per annum. 1 year rent, 2 year rent. It's not America or London that you'll be paying every 4 weeks. So do you have money for that? To be able to rent a house and then furnish the house and be able to take care of yourself for 6 months to 1 year while you are trying to settle down? And I hope you know that as you are returning, you may need to also buy a car, or you will do Uber and boats. So all these are questions you need to ask yourself so that you will not return to shame. You will return in a strategic way. So what do you have to return with? The next question is, when do you want to return? When do you want to return? Because don't just wake up one day, except that, even if it's a divine leading, you still need to see. If God says, my son, it's time to go back home, you still need to ask God when and how, sir. Not that you just wake up like Abraham, woke up early the next day, bam, and began to go to the mountain. Not after if they are using Otomokpo and using Juju to call your head from Nigeria, they have called you Jamaleo, did they come up on Nigeria? Except they are calling your head and you just woke up like a zombie, carry passport and go to airport like a zombie and then enter plane, except you are under voodoo. But if you are a normal human being, listen and listen well. When do you want to return? You don't just wake up, I'm tired of this country, I'm tired of this guy. I'm going back to my country, man. I'm going back to Nigeria. You better sit down and think very well. When do you want to return? You need a short-term plan, and then you need a long-term plan. Short-term plan, long-term plan. So if you say, okay, I want to return to Nigeria, when? Okay, I think I'm going back in 2 years' time. I think I need to begin to plan my return in 5 years' time. I think I need to plan my return in. So once you begin to plan that return, you now need to have a strategy. Maybe you need to now start visiting Nigeria. So if you know that in 5 years, you want to come back to Nigeria, maybe you should now be coming home once a year, then twice a year, then maybe 3 times a year, so that you can begin to reintroduce yourself into the system and acclimatize. Because, hey, my people, even those of us that live in Nigeria, that travel regularly, when you travel out of Nigeria for 3 weeks, let's say 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you have gone around, by the time you are returning, hey, you need to adjust your brain that you are back in Nigeria. Because you have to now adjust back to no lights, some traffic from airports, you begin to face all kinds of things. So how much more you that have left for 10 years, you will just see that you have mental health problem by the time Nigeria deal with you. So you have to start returning strategically. Maybe once a year, twice a year, so that you come and be acclimatizing, begin to check out things, check out places, all the things that people have promised you, begin to come and verify, because you need to investigate before you invest. You need to trust, but also verify, so that you will not go and enter what we call one chance. So these are the things. So when do you want to return? So you need to have regular visits. And many times you say, it's expensive. And the kind of work I do, I can't be going regularly. This is your life we're talking about. Oh. You can't be going regularly. So all your life, you don't have money to buy tickets twice a year to plan on how to come and be sure that you are coming to the right place. Then you just carry all your life, bam, and enter Nigeria. You now say that someone is one village people. No, it's not village people. It's lack of common sense. So that's why I keep telling people, if you are abroad, well, if you have listened to the JAPA series, you will know that the reason why many people cannot return is because they don't even have documents. They are still illegal. They are in another country with another man's document. So when you don't have documents, how can you return to come and check things out? That's why people can be duping you. They say they are helping you to build house and they are building nothing. So very, very important. When do you want to return? Then the next question you need to ask yourself is, are you returning alone? Are you returning alone? Because many of you, when you were jackpotting, you jackpot alone. Now you have married, you have children, and you want to return. Are you returning alone, or you are expecting the whole family to return with you? Because that's another problem. This JAPADA issue has destroyed many marriages. JAPA has destroyed marriages. JAPADA has destroyed marriages. Off my head right now, I can tell you of at least 4 people that I know. 4. That it is JAPADA that destroyed their marriage. I'm telling you, when the man says I'm returning, the woman says I'm not going back. Forget it. I'm not going back. You can go alone. And the man returned and the woman refused to return. It led to divorce. I know of another one, it's the same thing. I'm going back. No, I'm not going back. You told us we are coming here now. We are here now. I will stay with the children. You go back to Nigeria. The marriage ended in divorce. Another one now, all the things he has in Nigeria, he can't return. Because he said, okay, let's go back. The wife said, I'm not going back. So they are all there now, locked up abroad. Because he doesn't want to lose his marriage. So he knows that once he comes, he can cause. So he sat down there. Everything he has built here now is threatened. Listen and listen well. I'm telling you for free. Sit down and ask yourself, are you returning alone or you now have a family? Because it's easier when you are a young man or a young woman, you travel and then you are coming back alone. It's easier when you are a couple and you have agreed, oh, we are going there to go and settle our children. When the children settle down, we'll return. Because most of this agreement that people make, when they get their agreement, they change. And when you now say you want to return, the woman says, I'm not returning because she has seen a better life. And she doesn't want to return to Nigeria to start facing all the Nigerian trouble. Or the children say they are not returning. And you are saying, no, you got to return. You say, Dad, I'm not going. Dad, I've got my human rights. And then your children begin to tell you human rights. That they are not returning. And then trouble comes. Because many people, when they relocate, they start using their hand to destroy themselves by making their children believe that Nigeria is bad. That country, that country, that country. Instead of putting the love of Nigeria in the heart of their children. Instead of putting patriotism in the heart of their children. They will be making their children believe that, we have escaped that stupid country. We have left that country. You don't know that you are using your hand to dig your grave. Now, you are now old. You want to return. The children you told that Nigeria is a stupid country, you now expect them to come to that stupid country to take care of you. You expect them to come to the stupid country to look after you. Be using your hand to spoil Nigeria. Shebi, we are all here together. We will see now. Nigeria will become great. Nigeria will become what God has destined for Nigeria to become. And you will know that God has a plan for this country and nobody can destroy the plan of God. So, are you returning alone? Or you now have a family? What will it take? What is their take on return? Because if you may want to return, your spouse doesn't want to return. You may want to return, your children doesn't want to return. And you need to have a family discussion and come to the same page. Because this thing has destroyed many families. It has destroyed many families. So sit down and have that discussion. So that you will not return. Because if you are returning, where are you going to live? What schools will your children go to? If you are returning, do you have a job you want to do? Is there something for your children to do? All those things you need to factor it in. So that your children will not return. And then it will become another thing entirely. Next question. What do you want to do when you return? What do you want to do when you return? So you are returning home to come and do what? What do you want to do? Is there a business you are coming to start? Are you coming to buy into a business? Or is there an investment you are coming into? What do you want to do when you return? That is the question you also need to answer. Because you can't just return based on hope. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. You say, no, I'm coming back by faith. Oosh. Faith is not foolishness. Even faith goes with a plan. Faith is not foolishness. Faith is not presumption. So faith itself goes with a plan. You don't just say, I'm going back by faith. That's not faith. Hello? So you must ask yourself, what am I coming back to do? When you return, what do you want to do? Is there a job? Because I hope you know that you can get a job in Nigeria before you return, and you will come through a job. I hope you know that you can start a business even when you are abroad, while you are still abroad, and the business can be picking up before you return. I hope you know there are investments you can do in Nigeria that you can begin to, invest and prepare before you return. So is there a job? Is there a business? Is there an investment in place? Don't just return. And then you see, when we get there, we're going to figure it out. We'll figure it out. When we get there, no, you will become a figurehead. You figure it out. Figure it out. You better figure it out before you get out. So you figure it out. Well, another question. Are you returning permanently or intermittently? This needs to be said to me. Are you returning permanently or intermittently? So when we talk about JAPA JAPADA strategically, you have to now say, okay, maybe I should go to Nigeria, be doing 6 months in Nigeria, 6 months abroad, or 3 months in Nigeria, and then I do 9 more, 8 months or whatever. So you need to now begin to look into that, because some people return intermittently. In my estate here now, we have a neighbor that is abroad, but he comes to Nigeria 4 months in a year. So 4 months in a year is here, 8 months in a year is abroad. But every year is here for 4 months. So all the neighbor, the landlord, we know that, bye-bye today, we know he's back. So he's coming, his wife will know. And then there are some people, the man will come, the woman will come. So you have to sit down and know whether you are returning, intermittently, or you want to just move everybody, boom, and say, okay, we are coming permanently. Because when you are coming, I hope you are also not going to burn all the bridges abroad. Because some people, they say, I'm going back home. They will sell their houses abroad. Instead of coming back and still having the rental property abroad that will be giving them foreign income, they will return again and burn all the bridges abroad again. All their friends abroad, all the opportunities abroad, they burn it. And then they are trapped. Well, I think we have said so many things. Let me make a few announcements before I wrap up. And then we'll take some questions. Listen and listen well. Tomorrow, by 4 p.m. Nigerian time, is the Global School of Money Summit. The School of Money Summit is a live event that I host all over the world. And this year is going to be a purely virtual edition. So we are not doing any physical meeting this year. So my last major meeting for the year is tomorrow. And that is the Global School of Money Summit. It's coming up by 4 p.m. Nigerian time. 4 p.m. Nigerian time. So it was supposed to take place on the YouTube. But like I said, we have a challenge with our YouTube. Our YouTube channel was hacked and hijacked 5-6 days. Yeah, this week. Yeah, our YouTube channel was hacked last week. Our YouTube channel was hacked last week and hijacked. And we're in the process of retrieving the YouTube channel. So because of that, tomorrow we're going to be doing it on Facebook. So it is live on Facebook. Olumide.Emmanuel on Facebook. Olumide.Emmanuel on Facebook. So make sure you join us tomorrow. Spread the word around. We have so many wonderful offers and opportunities we're going to be unveiling tomorrow when we come. If you have any questions, get your questions ready. I'm going to talk to you about doing business in Nigeria from abroad, and then we'll now wrap up. Then, number 2, if you don't have the School of Money book, the School of Money book is the Bible of Wealth Creation. This book has been a blessing to people all over the world. So if you don't have the book, you need to get a copy of this book. It's available online, so you can go to my social media platform. That's olumideemmanuel.org. olumideemmanuel.org. Once you get to olumideemmanuel.org, you can, the online store is there, is safe. You can, payment system, everything is there. You can pay, or you can contact the office. Where anywhere you are, you can contact the office, whether in London or America or South Africa, Ghana, anywhere. It's not, I don't sell my books on Amazon. I sell my books on my website. So you can go to my website and get it. Now you can call the number 0809 144 7423. 0809 144 7423. Or you send an email to ouroverseer@gmail.com. ouroverseer@gmail.com. So the meeting tomorrow is 4 p.m. Nigerian time, and it's for 3 hours. And I'm going to be sharing with you on how to turn your passion into profit in 2023. How to turn your passion into profit in 2020. It's going to be an amazing session. It's absolutely free. So just olumide.emmanuel on Facebook. That's tomorrow. Then the School of Money book, I've told you about that. Then you want to be a part of my mentorship platform. The Billionaires Conclave is my mentorship platform. And so you want to be a part of the Billionaires Conclave, you can also go to the website www.olumideemmanuel.com/conclave. And then when you get there, you get the conclave brochure. Our conclave summit for 2023 is coming up on Friday the 3rd and Saturday the 4th. Friday 3rd and Saturday 4th of March 2023. It's a 2-day fully residential event, and it's $2,000. Joining me will be Cosmos Maduka, Dele Momodu, and Jumoke Adenowo, along with all our in-house faculty members. We're going to have 2 days at the Marriott. And so if you want to be a part of the Billionaires Conclave, it's $3,000 to register per annum for individual, $4,500 for a couple, and $10,000 for corporate, which is made up of 5 people. And then if you are a member of the conclave, so if you make your payment, you become a member. This meeting is free. This is our annual mentorship conclave summit. So it's free for all the conclave members. But if you are not a conclave member, it's $2,000 for this event. But we are doing a 50% discount right now. So you can pay 50% between now and the 15th of January. So take advantage of this. That's another opportunity. And then finally, before we go into the last session, I want to talk to you about how to do business in Nigeria from abroad, and then answer some of your questions. So the final announcement is we started a promo. It's called the Diaspora Promo in 3 of our estates, just to help people to have land and houses in Nigeria. So we have the Diaspora Promo taking place in 3 of our estates. Dream City Estate in Ikorodu, Madiba Estate in Uyo, Madiba Estate in Uyo, and then Genesis Estate in Abuja. So Dream City Estates in Ikorodu, Madiba Estate in Uyo, and Genesis Estate in Abuja. So we have 20 plots each in these 3 estates, just 20 plots, and we call it the diaspora plot. And what do we mean by diaspora plot? These plots are purely for people in diaspora that want to buy a house or build a house in Nigeria and buy a genuine land. All these lands are in fully fenced estates with CFO and all the documents and intact. Send your lawyer to come and verify. And so what we are doing is for $10,000, you get a plot of land fenced. So we're going to do the dual fence for you, and then we're going to do the architectural design for you, and all the money, documentation, developmental levy, and maintenance and security of that land for 2 full years. All these things are included in the $10,000. So if you're interested, you can call all those numbers I gave you earlier on. All the numbers I gave you earlier, you can call those numbers 0809 144 7423, 0809 144 7423, or 0802 907 4588, 0802 907 4588. So, or you send an email to overseer@gmail.com, overseer@gmail.com. So let's look at Okay, diaspora. No, there's no payment plan. If you are doing the $10,000, we can only give you a maximum of 90 days to do that. A maximum of 90 days to do that. But if you want to do instrumental payment for like 6 to 12 months, it will be $15,000. It will be $15,000. So you can go to www.madibaglobal.com, madibaglobal.com/diaspora plot, madibaglobal.com/diaspora plot, and then you see all the frequently asked questions. You see the video, you see the brochure, frequently asked questions, the application form, everything is there for you. Okay, good. So let's go into the last session. Now, we are talking about JAPA versus JAPADA, how to return strategically. And one of the things that will help you to be able to return strategically is if you have been able to, if you've been able to have investments or assets in Nigeria before you return. That will help you. So that when you are coming back, you'll be coming back not just to emptiness, but you'll be coming back to maybe assets that are already in place, a company that is already working, or investment that are already in place. So I want to talk to you about doing business in Nigeria from abroad. Just give you a few tips. So if you are abroad and you want to do business in Nigeria, or you want to invest in Nigeria, or you want to have assets in Nigeria, so that if you are going to return, you have something on ground, there are a few things I would like you to do. Is number one, only do businesses that you know about. Don't just rush into a business or rush into an industry because people say there's money there. It's better to take time out to do your due diligence, because I always say to people, just as there are irresponsible companies and irresponsible organizations, there are also irresponsible investors. It is irresponsible of you to carry your hard-earned money and invest in a company or invest in a business or invest in a project without doing your due diligence. They are not the stupid one. You are the one that has problem. Because if you work for your money, you won't just drop it anyhow because somebody is talking. So you need to do your due diligence. So don't be an irresponsible investor. Take time to do your research. Take time to study. Investigate before you invest. Trust but verify. It won't take you that long. Don't be lazy to do the investigation that is required before you carry your hard-earned money and drop it for somebody. So do only businesses that you know about, and even if you don't know about it, learn about it, so that you will know exactly what you are getting into, so that when they are telling you something, you won't think they are lying to you, and when they are lying to you, you will know that they are lying to you. But if you are into it and you understand, when they say, oh, this happens, oh yeah, I saw it, don't worry, I understand, you'll be able to understand. Because right now, the rate of inflation in Nigeria now is crazy. When you are building a house, you give somebody quotation, you go back to the market, price has changed. But if you don't understand that, you would think that the person is lying to you. And that's not the truth. They are not lying to you. But because you don't understand it, so that's number one. Make sure that you get to know about the different businesses you want to get into. And then I will also advise that you should only do businesses that you'll be able to monitor closely, or that will just require you to be involved part-time. So for instance, there are businesses you can do that you can monitor. So we do the events in Marriott is 3rd and 4th of March 2023. 3rd and 4th of March 2023 is $2,000, but we're doing 50% discount if you pay between now and 15th of January. But if you're a member of the Conclave, my mentorship platform, you don't need to pay. It's free of charge for you. Okay, so let me finish this so that I can start answering questions, because I want to finish this. So monitor, do businesses you can monitor. So for instance, we have some people that have short-let apartments in Nigeria. Now they have short-let apartments, and these apartments, they have a staff. No, they have two staff here that they monitor, that looks into things. The houses have CCTV. Our own short-let apartment now, okay, I'm using my phone. I can look, our short-let apartment, they are all on CCTV. I can go to my phone now and check all the apartment to know what's happening in the whole apartment from anywhere in the world. So there are ways to be able to monitor things. So make sure that you do business that you can monitor. So they are abroad, the short-let is on different platforms. when people register, they want to pay, they pay into an account. They are the one that get the alerts. They are the one that see the account. So even though they are not in Nigeria, they are making money in Nigeria. Some are in real estate, they rent houses out. They collect their rent once a year. Some are in business, they do school business, they do barber salon, supermarket, whatever. Whatever it is you want to do, make sure that it is a business that you can monitor or that you can be involved part-time and still be able to see what goes on. Then next is consider partnership. Because one of the challenges we have is that a lot of people don't want to partner with people. They want to do everything by themselves. And that is going to be a major problem. So learn to see how you can partner with people, because we now live in a world of collaboration, we live in a world of synergy, and we live in a world of partnership. So you might need to partner with people. You are coming from the diaspora, you probably have the money, or you have access to cheap funds because the interest rate on your own loan is single digits, or you have a good credit, you can actually pull out money using your credit card and all this stuff. And then somebody can be here that has the expertise, that has the character and the competence to run the business. So consider partnership, where you are partnering with someone. You cannot just start a business in Nigeria and then you expect somebody to be slaving away for you in Nigeria and they don't have any stake in that business. That is something you need to look into. And then if you are going to give it to people to manage, there are a lot of people that are into business management. They can take over the business and you can enter into a management contract with them. So you build an hotel, you hand it over to them, they manage it. You build a school, you hand it over to them, they manage it. You have an apartment, you hand it over to them, they manage it. You have a fuel station, you hand it over, they manage it. So you need to know how to look into all those things. And then I also advise that you consider investments. There are a lot of credible companies in Nigeria that do not have access to funds because of the interest rate and because of the bottleneck of getting money from the financial institution here in Nigeria. And you can invest in those companies, either equity investment or investment to get a consistent percentage return on your investment. So these are some of the things I would advise that you look into if you want to return, so that you at least have something working for you in Nigeria. And then if you need our assistance to help you in any of those areas, let us know. But please note, counseling is free, but consultancy attracts a fee. Where there is a voice, there is an invoice. So if you contact us, we may need to send you an invoice for consultancy fee. It's not everything that is free. Now, I'm giving you this one now, is free. So all this one, after this one, now, if you now say, oh, sir, I want to return, can you help me do this, do that? I'll say, okay, no problem, we can help you. It will cost you this. So there is no free lunch in Freetown. So let's go into question and answers. So if you have any question, let's see how we can begin to answer them. Someone was asking if we are going to save this video. Yes, I will save it on IGTV. I will save it on IGTV, and it's supposed to now go from there to my YouTube channel. But like I said, our YouTube channel was hacked last week and hijacked. So we're in the process of retrieving it. So join us in prayer. I'm sure that they pray for YouTube again. Join us in prayer. We trust God to be able to retrieve it so that we can have all the videos back on YouTube. But it's going to be, I'm going to save this on IGTV once we're through now. Then somebody else was asking, somebody said, I'm expecting this on Facebook. Well, maybe they will also put it on Facebook, and my guys will look into that. Somebody else was asking, okay, how can it be safely executed with now that JAPADA must be done discreetly due to well, if you want to return, I don't know what you mean by returning discreetly. It's just to make sure that you are returning to a safe place. That's what matters. There are a lot of estates now. There are a lot of estates in Nigeria where you can stay. There's security, there's 24 hours electricity, there's water, there's light. So Nigeria is not the same Nigeria of those days. There are places here where you live big, you live normal, 24 hours electricity, everything is working. You just pay for it. The event in March, like I said, the team is from local to global, building global organizations. Friday 3rd and Saturday 4th. We'll be married for 2 full days. We'll check out on Sunday morning. So that's that. Okay. I'm just going back to check questions. Where is the Uyo? Madiba in Uyo case on Non-Ulo Road, beside Air Force Secondary School, Non-Udo Road in Uyo. Okay. So you can also send your question to the question icon. I was expecting this on Facebook. Tomorrow is Facebook. Tomorrow's event. The Global School of Money Summit is going to be on Facebook tomorrow, 4 p.m. on Facebook. Can we get commission when we sell the diaspora plot? Contact the office and let's find out more about you and what you will be able to do, because we already have registered realtors with us. So we only pay commission to our registered realtors. But if you are not registered, call us, let's know. For our registered realtor, they get 10% commission. But if you are not a registered realtor, we can consider 5% or probably the same 10%. So call that number 0809-144-7423, 0809-144-7423, or 0802-907-4588. 0802-907-4588. Okay. Okay. Consider investments, incredible. Okay, yeah, that's a. How can someone start building material business as someone working 9 to 5 besides is not on ground for the business? Well, if you want to do business and you are not going to be on ground, then if you get the School of Money book, I have an entire module on how to do business part-time and succeed. There's also an audio program on that, how to do business part-time and succeed. So there are strategies for doing that, and it begins with getting a manager that you will give benefits that will help them to be able to manage it for you, or you consider partnership. And then you also have to have time. Even though you are not going to be fully on ground, you need to have some time that you will have to give full-time attention to the job, either on weekends, when you're on holiday, public holiday, when you're on leave. So those are things you can consider. So is Rwanda a good country to invest into real estate? Yeah, we have a real estate investment in Rwanda. It's a good place. There is a particular project in Rwanda. It's a 5,000 units of houses developed by a Nigerian who were there last year. And the Billionaires Conclave went on tour. We partnered with him. So you can buy into that, and you're going to be getting the houses. There are 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom houses in Rwanda, and they come with a 5 years rental guarantee. 5 years rental guarantee. You can get for 1 bedroom, you get $600 per month dollars. For 2-bedroom, you get $800 per month. For 3-bedroom, I think that's $1,000 a month, and there's 5 years rental guarantee for that. So Rwanda is a good place, depending on the location. So you can contact us for that, but that one is not free. We'll charge you for that. So what if I have no business idea? What will you say I should come back? Would you say I should come back? But I have read so many books. You see, it's your choice. Coming back, I'm not the one to tell you whether to come back or not. I'm only guiding you on how to return strategically. So if you want to return, I've given you the answer. So watch the video. Maybe you joined us late. Watch the video again. When I put it on IGTV now, watch it from beginning to the end. You have already been answered in the series. How can I be a registered realtor? Contact us. Like I said, you can call 009-144-7423. N Classic says, good evening, sir. I want to travel out for my master's. I'm also a fashion designer. I run a fashion business, and I would like it to still run while I'm outside. Please, how can I make it possible? Well, number one is, how many people do you have with you right now? And how have you been treating them? What kind of system and structure do you run? And do you have a manager that is on ground now? Or you have a partner? If not, between now and when you go for your master's, have a discussion and then look into how you can restructure the operation there. In business, there's what we call the business model. What is your business model? So you might need to change your business model. And what's your organizational model? You might need to change that so that you can now have a partnership arrangement whereby the people that will be managing the business in your absence will now have a stake in the business, or they will have a return, so there can be profit sharing, there can be target bonus, there can be performance bonus. So those are some of the things that can happen, but you might need to make that adjustment before you leave now so that you can start testing the water. What if I want to do a 6-month plan for Genesis in Abuja? And when can one start putting up structure? Well, if you want to do 6 month to 12-month plan, that will be $15,000 instead of $10,000. The $10,000 is for people that can pay within 90 days. Within 90 days, you pay off the $10,000, and then we'll do the fencing for you. We secure it for you for 2 years. So if you are doing 6 month to 12-month plan, you pay $15,000. When can you start putting up structure? We are going to keep the land secured for you for 2 years. So it is our expectation that within that 2 years, you will start building. If not, once the 2 years expires, we'll start charging you for maintenance and security. We'll be charging you to help you to maintain the land, because we can't keep land for you forever. It costs money to secure land. It costs money to maintain it. Cutting the grass, paying security people, maintaining it, it costs money. So for 2 years, you can now go and plan on how to build or start it. And we can also build for you in phases. We'll give you, foundation. How much to do foundation? We'll finish it, you stop. Or from foundation to lintel, how much? We'll do it, we stop. Or decking, we'll do it, we stop. Or roofing. So we can help you to build in phases. And you pay and you stop. When you have money again, how much? We'll do it. So we can help you with that. Sir, do you have any land selling currently for 500K or less? No, I don't. But I have people that are selling land that are in that region. One of my sons is doing a promo now in Ekpe for 650,000. They are doing a promo for 650,000 naira. They are called Ref Top Homes. So Ref Top Homes. So they are doing a promo for 650,000 in Ekpe. So you can contact our office, call the numbers, and then they can connect you to them so that you can join that opportunity. We don't have any land that is, we don't have any of those land anymore. All our lands are in millions. We don't have any land that is below 2 million. Our cheapest land is 2 million naira. But I have sons and daughters that are into real estate that have lands that are still at that 500K level. But the one I can recommend to you, they're doing one promo now for 650 in Ekpe, and it's a good one. Let me see. Good evening, sir. My husband will be coming back next year so we can live together as a family. The country he is in doesn't favor us as a family with child. He has good business idea but doesn't have funds. If he doesn't have funds, you should look into how you can get funds from where you are coming from, because it's cheaper to loan money abroad because the interest rate is low. But that is if you are also going to be making money in that currency to pay. Because if you borrow money abroad and you bring it here and you are going to be making money in Naira to pay back, you really need to do your mathematics very well. So I will advise that you look into funding before you leave, and then look into partnerships. Since you are abroad, you can look into companies in that country that you can partner with, so that when you are coming to Nigeria, you are coming to represent them in Nigeria as their Nigerian distributor or Nigerian representative or Nigerian liaison office. So look into all those kind of partnerships that can help to strengthen your return. Says the land in Lagos. I told you we have 3 lands that we are doing in the diaspora promo. One is in Ikorodu, and the one in Ikorodu is in the Taoluwo, Abule Magba in the Taoluwo. That's Ikorodu Shagamu Express Road. The second one is in Uyo. It's on Nong Udo Road, beside the Air Force Secondary School in Uyo. The third one is New Genesis Estate in New Caro. We are behind Bingham University on the New Caro, Yanya Kefi Road. We are behind Bingham University. Those are the 3 lands. Any other questions? Send me your questions. We're in question and answer time. Sir, do you still do disverging your passport program? And if yes, how can I subscribe with my family? Disverging your passport. We still do, but not us. I have my boys now. I have a lot of people I've trained that are doing that. I'm busy now. I don't have time to do many of those things that we used to do. But what we have done is we have mentored other people that do that. So, yes, if you want to do disverging your passport, contact the number. We'll connect you. Whether you want to do Benin Republic or you want to do Ghana, you want to do Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa. Yeah, you want to travel, we can help you with that. And it's not free. You will pay for consultancy. So we'll connect you to the people that can help with that. So contact us, we'll do that. What part of Abuja is the land? I've just answered that it's in New Caro. It's in Outer Balifi, New Caro local government. New Caro local government is the local government that connects with Abuja. You have Yanya. New Car Local Government. We are behind Bingham University. Please, can you talk about real estate masterclass? Well, there's a real estate masterclass. Okay, somebody, okay, life page. Okay. They say life page has 500,000 land. Okay, that's good. So life page has 500. So that's another company I can recommend to you. Life page. So that you that want to buy 500,000 land, contact us. We connect you to life page. So they say they have 500,000 land in life page. So you can. Those are people I can recommend. The question, okay, masterclass. Now, real estate masterclass is is the training I do to raise real estate people. So most of the real estate people you see out there, they are people that I've trained, that have raised Life Page, Pertinence, Revolution Plus, Zealous, Sentinel. You know, a lot of all these guys, they are all my mentees. They are people that I've trained, I've raised, and they are doing amazingly well. So if you want to be trained, we have what we call the Real Estate Masterclass Pack that contains 10 DVDs and a massive manual, and it's 1 million naira. But we are doing 500. We are doing 50% discount now for December. So you get it for 500,000, the manual and the pack, and then it comes with 1 year mentorship. But by 1st of January, it's back to 1 million. So you can get that. And then if you want to come for the physical event next year, July, from the 3rd to the 9th of July, from the 3rd to the 9th of July, we have the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp. The Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp is a 7 days fully residential event at Sheraton Hotel, where I'm bringing in about 27 different speakers and 5 Lagos State agencies. I'll be there together for 1 full week. And it is 7.5 million for you to be a part of that. For that also, we are doing a 50% promo now for 3,750,000 between now and the 15th of February. So contact the office so that you get more detail about that. Then, do you have available land in Abuja? Yes, let us know where you need the land. We have connection on the land in Genesis. How is the accessibility and what is the rate of people living around there? As per the cheapest land of 2 million, where is the location and the environs? Okay, we have land in Atlanta. We have land in Ikorodu. We have land in Ofada. We have land in Uyo. We have in Abuja. We have so once you contact us, we will now know the exact area where you would like to buy into. Okay, Temi says, "Sir, I recently started selling cars. The JAPA thing has been a blessing to me because a lot of persons have been selling their cars on distress to purchase flight tickets. Sir, is this business a sustainable one? If yes, how do we create much more structure?" Well, if people are living and they are selling cars to you, then you're going to be taking advantage of that opportunity to buy the cars cheaper. So what you might need to do is to now consider whether you will be able to now use that opportunity to sell the car to other people on a higher purchase level. So if you are getting the car cheap, instead of leaving all the cars in your garage and you have so many cars and nobody is buying, if you have people that have credible jobs that they can work with their company, so you can sell the cars to them and the money can be deducted from their salary every month or whatever. So you can look into that. That's one way to structure it. Number two, you can start using the cars to partner with people that want to go into Uber or Bolt or Taxify or whatever, so that you as a company, you are giving the car to them. So it's more like hire purchase. You give the car to them and then they'll pay back every week for a number of months or years or whatever, so that they can. So we call with that, instead of the car just sitting down, you have cars out there, either for people that are working, paying corporate people that have good job, or people using it for hire purchase through Uber, Bolt, and then that means you'll be getting regular cash flow on a weekly basis. And then make sure your legal documentation with them is very tight, so that if they default, you get your car back. And then is it a sustainable model? Not necessarily, because people are not going to be jackpotting forever, but it's a seasonal thing. So you need to now look into how do you get cars. So you can't wait for people to jackpot for you to get cheap cars. You now need to start thinking of how to get cars cheaper. And with the exchange rates and with the port issue, that's something you need to really work on, so that you will not get trapped with exchange rate issue. Okay, is there any building pattern for estate in Madiba or Genesis? No. The only thing is it has to be one unit family building. We don't do face me and face you, and we don't do block of flats. So it has to be one unit family building, but you can design it any way you want. Okay. So what if things are not working as a single guy in the country where he is, and you know the shame returning back home with nothing? The question is, why will you return with nothing? You don't. You say all this shame. I don't know where we get. You have to break the shame barrier. If things are not working, sit down, think, what can I do to come back? If you want to come back, you don't have to come back. But if you want to come back, it's your choice. But don't let shame be it. So let's say, for instance, now, when you were living, you were in Lagos. You can return to Abuja. Nobody needs to know you are. You can return to Abuja where you are a brand new person. You can return to Port Harcourt. You can return to Ilorin. You can return to Ibadan. You can return to anywhere. You don't have to return to Lagos. And you'll be visiting them in Lagos. Just make sure that you have a plan. Follow all those things I've said. Have a plan. Because you can return to Ilorin, return to Ibadan, get a good house, a car, and then start your life afresh. And you can come back, gather yourself again, and JAPA again. So it's all a function of being strategic. Let's have the contact number, please. Okay. Okay, they have given you the contact number of live page. Where is the location of the 500K land? Okay, there's another one here, Pertinence. So I think Pertinence 2 is saying they have. So that's another company I can vouch for. So Pertinence, live page, RefTop, home. So those are the things ones I've mentioned that have land in that region. So we have missed you on YouTube. When is the channel going to be live again? Well, we are trusting God that it won't be long. They hijacked it, like I said. It was hijacked, and we are working on getting it back. Please share the office contact details. We have said that before. The contact is 0809 144 7423. 0809 144 7423. Okay, let's see any question here. Okay, I think we have answered this one before. My husband is returning tonight because we don't want to leave Papa here. Intend to start a business. Okay, I think I've answered that one. Let's see, is there another question? Okay, this one says, when will your real estate extend to other states like Osun State? Should in case of preference? We have an estate in Osun, in the Ashejire side. We have a estate there, but it was not moving as expected. It's still there, so we just left it there. I think it's 15 acres or so. We just left it, so the document is about just so if you want to buy into that area. Okay, RefTop Homes have put their phone number here. My guy is here, David Asoba. So they have a promo going on in Ekpe now for 650. Very powerful opportunity. You put it to go and plug into Ekpe, 650. So you can plug into that through RefTop Homes. That's their phone number, David Asoba. Yeah, a tremendous of information. Graciously, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Please, I need the address of CBC branch at Lafenwa. Call that number so that we can give you the... I don't have the address in my head. CBC in Lafenwa, I don't have the address in my head. So if you have any... if you have the address of CBC in Lafenwa, please let me give it to... Let me send it out here so that we can... But just call the numbers we have given you, 0809 144 7423. We have 19 minutes more. Okay, 18 minutes more because I'm leaving. I'm going to be wrapping up by 9:30. So if you have any question, the floor is open to answer any of your questions. Okay. So all the people that have 500,000 naira land, we have seen Life Page, we have seen Pertinence and RefTop Homes. Please listen. I have only mentioned 3 companies, Life Page, Pertinence, and RefTop Homes. Don't let anybody go and scam you, and you will now say you heard it on this page. Those 3 companies I mentioned, Life Page, Pertinence, and RefTop Homes, they cannot scam you. If you do business with them and you have a problem, call me. call my office. I will handle them by the neck, by myself. They are all my mentees. We deal with integrity. So those 3 people I mentioned, Ref Top Homes, Pertinence, and Life Page. For those of you that are looking for land of below $1 million, I don't have land that is below $1 million, but those my boys, they have. So you can meet them and discuss with them on that. So, let me see question. How do you value a company for equity investment? Number 1 is, who are the leaders of the company? Because you need to look at the social capital and the integrity of the people. Number 2, what are the assets that the company have? Not just paper asset, but tangible assets. What's the value of that? Number 3, what is their product? What product or what service do they offer? And then what is the future of that product? Is it a dwindling product? Is it a rising product? And then what's their balance sheet like? When you look at all that, then you now find out how much are they asking for the percentage of equity. You do your due diligence, and then you'll be able to know what to do on after that. But that's actually a consultancy question. But I've given you the few tips. So if you want more, you can bring us on board to consult for you, and we'll send you invoice. I still want to say thank you so much for this presentation. Thank you too. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sir, is it possible to run a welding and fabrication or construction business from outside the country? There is no business you cannot run from outside the country once you follow the things I have said. Make sure you understand the business. Number 2, consider partnership. Number 3, have time where you can be involved in it. And then if you have a manager, make sure you have a good contract, and then you have something that will give them a stake in the business so that they have a stake also. So please go back. This video will be put on IGTV. Go back and watch this video all through. I've mentioned all the things that will help you do that. Okay. What other business can one venture into apart from real estate? Any business. Business is all about, you cannot succeed in what you are not gifted, talented, anointed, or trained for. Gift, talent, anointing, and training. And you are the one that will know. There are so many businesses. Buying and selling is a business. Transportation is a business. Oil and gas, real estate, hospitality, trading, manufacturing. All manner of businesses exist. You are the one that will know which one you want to do. Then we can now advise you on how to succeed. So tomorrow, we're having the Global School of Money Summit. It's a virtual summit live on Facebook. That's my last event for the year. So it's live on Facebook, and then we'll go on. We're on Christmas holiday till New Year. So live on Facebook, Olumide Emmanuel. We are no more doing it on YouTube. So help us spread the word. It's no more on YouTube. It's now on Facebook. Olumide Emmanuel, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. And I'm going to be talking to you on how to turn your passion into profit in 2023. Powerful session. Please, is it advisable to live abroad and be buying what? I can't see. Sam Ziggy, I don't know. Okay, I'll be buying plots in Nigeria. Okay. Of course, if you are abroad and you want to buy in Nigeria, it's advisable as long as you have defined your investment goal and buying land in Nigeria fits into your investment goal. It's not about somebody's advice, about your own goal. Do you want land? Why do you want to buy land? So that's your choice. So it's advisable because it's a good investment. All you need to do is to do it with a credible company. With what? A credible company. So like I said, the 3 companies I have mentioned to you, for those of you that want to buy land that is below $1 million, me, I don't have any land that is below $1 million. The minimum land in my estate is $2 million. But if you want land that is below $1 million, I've mentioned Life Page, I've mentioned Pertinence, and I've mentioned Reftop Homes. Those 3, you can contact them, or you contact us, we'll connect you to them, and then you can get from them. Is it good to buy and build or buy already built? That's CEO Lexoma. It is your choice. It is your choice. Whether you want to buy land and build, or you want to buy the one that is already built, there is no one that is bad. It's a function of your investment goals and the money that you have available. If you have money to buy the one that is already built and it is in the location that fits into your goal, and the return works with your plan, of course. But if you don't have money to buy, and you can buy the land and build to your taste, of course, so there is no one that is bad. It's all about your goals. So why are people saying one cannot run a business from a distance? And they are saying it because they have had negative experiences. And one of the reasons why they have had negative experiences is because they have not done it well, or they have not met the right kind of people. That is what mentorship is all about. So we can give you the information that can assist you in ensuring that you reduce the possibility of being a casualty. So you cannot just allow people's personal experience to become your own prison yard. There are ways to always excel in anything you want to do when you get the right information and you do it the right way. This one says, I just want to thank you for helping me with your knowledge. Your insight has helped me to graduate from university and own a shop. Wow, that's good. That's a good testimonial. That is Akas Innovation. God bless you. Wonderful. So what is your idea on network marketing, and what is the time for tomorrow's session? Tomorrow's session is 4 p.m. Nigerian time, and it's the Global School of Money Summit 2022. That's the last event for the year, 4 p.m. And we're going to be looking at how to turn your passion into profit in 2023. Network marketing. There is nothing wrong in network marketing. Network marketing is one of the most powerful marketing strategy that you can use to do a lot. Sell your product, reach people. But most of the time, what people are calling network marketing is a pyramid scheme. So you need to differentiate between network marketing and pyramid scheme. A network marketing simply means instead of spending money for publicity, you use your own network to help us bring customers, and then we'll give you a commission or a profit for doing that. So there must be a product that is being sold. There must be a service that is being sold. If there is no product and there is no service, that becomes a problem. So that is that. Let's see. So we have 10 minutes more. Any other question? Okay, now how can I join your mentorship class? Well, it's called the Billionaires Conclave. These are our annual events coming up. The Billionaires Conclave is my mentorship program where I mentor high net worth individuals, career people, and entrepreneurs. And for you to be a part of that mentorship platform is $3,000 per annum per person. And then if you want to do it as a couple, it's $4,500 for husband and wife. If you want to do it as a business, it's $10,000, and that accommodates 5 people, which is like $2,000. So $10,000. And what do you get for being a part of that? Number one, you attend this meeting. Is a 2-day fully residential event, absolutely free. This program itself is $2,000 for those that are not members. And like I said, we are presently doing 50% discount for those that can pay between now and the 15th of January. So you attend this program free. Number 2, I will train you and your staff. If you have a company, there is a training for you and your staff. So we have a list of trainings. You will choose the training that you need. I will physically come and train you and your staff. Number 3, we have a quarterly Zoom mentorship session for 2-3 hours every quarter, where I share a lot of things. So for this 2023 now, if you go to www.olumideemmanuel.org/conclave, www.olumideemmanuel.org/conclave, you see the brochure. You download the brochure, it's free. Download the form, you get all this. So like now in 2023, our first online meeting will be in January, where I'm going to be teaching on the leverage masterclass. Then the second one, I'm going to be doing negotiation masterclass. So we do masterclasses like that on a quarterly basis where I share, and then we're able to. And then when you are also a member of the conclave, you have one-on-one access to me. You get my direct personal number, and then you have your own code, and you can call me any day, anytime, anywhere in the world. And at the earliest time, you can have access to me. So that is what you can do to join the conclave. And so let's go on. Doctor, please, I bought a 450K land in Ofada since 2010, but no development and no survey yet. And the area is now developing, but the estate remains the same. what can I do? Now, you see, look at what you said. In 2010, this is 2022. That is 12 years ago. Now, for a place to develop, there are factors that determine development. So those of you that go into land banking and land speculation, you need to understand the dynamics. If you are going into a place to buy a land, if that place is going to develop, there must be development. Question, who brings the development? It's either the government or the company. So most of the time, a lot of people position their estates in places where governments promise to bring development. But if government does not come through in bringing the development, it becomes a problem. I give you an example. That's Ofada where you are talking to. I also have an estate. I have a 50-acre estate in Ofada. And all the development that government promised us, till now, maybe only 10% has been done. We have an estate in Ikorodu. When Tinubu was governor, that was 1999 to 2007 or whatever. When Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State, was when I went to that place, Ikorodu, 2001. And they told us there is Fort Milan Bridge. I was physically there when they said they are doing the grand work of Fort Milan Bridge. I went to buy 150 acres. That estate, one of them is 100-acre CFO, another is 50-acre CFO since 2001. This is 2022. Is there Fort Milan Bridge? No. In what way is that my fault? I have fenced the estate. I have built in the estate. I have done water. I have done light. I have done road. Still no Fort Milan. So sometimes the government does not do their part. And if government does not do their part, it will affect the estate. So what the estate can do is to now begin to build in the estate. But if you don't have the money to build, there will be. So what you can do, since you bought that land 2010, all of you that bought the land, if 5 or 10 of you or 20 of you can come together like a cooperative and start building in the estate, no matter how small, even if it's 100,000 people have a month, you start building. If 5, 10, 15 people start building in a place, other people will start building. Before you know it, you can drive development. Within 3 years, everything there will multiply. So most of the time, you are waiting for the estate to develop it. Estate is waiting for government. Everybody is waiting for everybody. Let's all come together, and that's how you can make it happen. Okay, you have always been a blessing. Thank you, thank you. Do you advise buying cheap foreclosures in the UK? It's not about cheap foreclosure. It's about your investment goals. If you buy cheap foreclosure in a place where nobody is going to rent it, it's waste of money. So it's not about cheap foreclosure. Where is the location of the foreclosure? So if you buy a foreclosure building and there's nobody to rent it, because most of those buildings may be in a place where nobody will rent it. And even if you do short let or you want to do, service apartment, nobody is coming there. There's nothing driving traffic there. That is why you find out that some of those buildings will just be there. But if it's a place where you buy cheap foreclosure, you can do it up like a fixer-upper, and then you can rent it out. Maybe there is an hostel or university around there, or there are people there. Of course, it's a good deal. We have 4 minutes more. Let's see. Thank you very much, sir. Your teaching and training when I was in CBC about 20 years is still helping till tomorrow. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. What's the price if husband and wife wants to attend together at Marriott? Like I told you, if you are not a member of the conclave, it's $2,000 per person. But we are doing 50% discount, which means it's $1,000 per person. So whether it is husband and wife or only one person, is that $1,000 per person. So 2 of you will now pay $2,000 instead of $4,000. So instead of paying $4,000 for 2 people, you pay $2,000 if you pay between now and the 15th of January. So contact us for more details on that. Government is the major enemy of real estate in Nigeria. Well, that's a relative statement. Thank you for your wisdom always, sir. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're good. So God bless you. Let's know if this meeting has blessed you. Let us know as we wrap up. So in 3 minutes, I'm going to be off, and then I'm going to put it on on my IGTV while we are trusting God for the... God bless you all. So don't forget our phone numbers: 0809 144 7423, 0809 144 7423, or 0802 907 4588, 0802 907 4588. Email our overseer at gmail.com. Thank you. Show some love. School of Money book. Get your copy. Then tomorrow, 4 p.m. on Facebook. Then diaspora promo, 20 plot of land in 3 estates. Contact us and get your own portion. God bless you all. Diaspora promo, 20 plots only. Ikorodu, 20 plots. Abuja, 20 plots. Uyo, 20 plots. Spread the word around. $4 p.m. tomorrow. Title of the song, that's Pali by Olorioko Infinity. And this one is Favor by Eden.
Favor, blessing, it's my portion, I'm bigger and better. Stronger and stronger. Hallelujah. Favor. Blessing. It's my passion. It's my passion. Bigger and better. I'm bigger and better. Stronger and stronger. Hallelujah. Say, God, they do want people, they see a man. God, they do want people, they see a man. God, they do want people, they see a man. God, they do want people, they see a man.
God bless you all. I'm putting this on IGTV now so you can watch the video and let other people watch it too.